I do this every day. And on training days, I will get up, make sure there's no important emails need to be answered right away. Then I'll make breakfast, eat breakfast. And then I'll come over here, and while I'm digesting, get as many emails as I can done before I go to the gym. And then I'll go to the gym, train, come back, and sit in front of this computer until like 9 o'clock at night. I have like my modified standing desk. It's not really a standing desk. This is actually like, this is a tray you sit in your bed if you're sick. I just modified it, put books up on the computer to stand it higher.
We have one.
We have one, I just haven't built it yet. And then I'll stand and do this for a while, then I'll sit for a little bit. But what was happening was I developed supraspinatus tendonitis from using the mouse so much. Doing this all day. And rotating, and my shoulders forward. So I bought the Louis Simmons bow tie. And I use it when I train, I'm on the computer, and it pulls my shoulders back so I type. And that actually made my shoulder get better in like a week. Because you go to the gym, you kind of tear up your shoulders, and then I'm here all day, slouched over, trying to like maintain good posture and type all day, and the repetition of it would never let it heal. And then I bought that, used the mouse in my left hand, and then it went away. They haven't been started in a long time. All right, this is meal 2. I'm a little late today. My normal schedule is I usually eat when I get up around 7:30. Then I eat around 10. And then usually I'll go to the gym and then eat again post-workout around 1. And then so forth, 6 meals a day. This is the meal that I tend to repeat 3 times a day every day. I do like 6.5 ounces of chicken, wilted spinach or green beans. I use Fats macadamia nut oil and my favorite habanero barbecue almonds. And jasmine white rice with, of course, the Better Than Bouillon in it. You know, the low sodium Better Than Bouillon that I put in there. You guys know in my other videos. Take a handful spinach, just like that. And I'll just do a quick little spritz. And let that wilt. Get 160 grams, which is 1 cup of rice, 45 grams of carbs. Oh yeah, 163. Close enough. Throw a tablespoon of macadamia nut oil on this bad boy. 28 grams an ounce. So roughly 14.5 ounces. Look at that, 15. That's freaking skill right there. Most common thing people ask, what's the macros in that meal? Well, 45 grams of rice, of carbs of rice. We got about 7 grams of fat of almonds, 14 grams of fat of olive oil together, maybe a couple grams of chicken from the chicken, and my spinach. 54 grams of protein from the chicken. All right, let's eat. So today we're at Club Fitness, Family Fitness Center in East Hartford. It's not really a family fitness center, but it used to be Gold's Gym. In my eyes, it's still Gold's Gym. But the Club Fitness here in East Hartford is great. It's got a good environment. You got all the equipment you need. The environment's the key thing. It's, you know, You can call it hardcore friendly because a lot of gyms now, it's frowned upon to be in shape and to be muscular and lift heavy weights, but you can come here and do that. All right, so this is my my friend and client Akwasi. He's doing his first show in a couple weeks. He's a natty, and I mean, great physique for a first timer. He's been training. How long have you been training for?
Since 15, about 7.5 years.
All right, well, never mind. He's been training for a while. But he's got a good shape. We're gonna do men's physique. I'll go ahead, hit a couple shots. Yeah. Look at that. Look how dry. Good, good. And so generally what I do sometimes, like when I come to the gym, I like to be fair. So like, you know, I might have them meet me here before I train or after I train. It's a good middle ground. You know, the owners of the gym are really cool. They let, you know, them come down here and do a couple poses and they leave.
Yeah.
So what's in here is, I do pre-workout now. I don't really do intra anymore. I do a scoop Atomic 7 and a scoop and a half of Carbo Plus. And I drink it beforehand, so everything's kind of utilized and digested and ready to go when I'm working out. All right, so I just finished my arm workout for today. I don't really do much for arms in the sense of, I guess, a lot of exercises or a lot of sets. I generally will do 3 exercises for triceps, 2 for biceps lately. I'm finding more that I'm getting stronger and a little bigger with less when I do for biceps. I might do 4 or 5 sets each of the bicep exercises and only do 2 exercises. So today I usually start with a form of a press down, which I use a slight bent bar, closer grip press down. And you notice when I do the press downs, I don't accelerate the weight, I don't use momentum, I keep my upper arm fixed to my body. And when I press, I'm flexing and squeezing my tricep at the same time as I come all the way down. Kind of gives it more of a feel in my arm and my tricep, not my elbows, my tendons. It's just how I position myself and how I contract the muscle in a way to make it feel more direct and less everywhere else. If you notice too, I never went heavier than the whole stack because I'm a little superstitious. I never go the whole stack, just 1 plate short of. It's just my thing. I think I ended around 13 or 14 reps around that area. I try to stay in the 8 to 15 rep range, try to fail around 8 or 10 at the end, provided that I'm getting a good connection with my arm. I don't want to be pulling as hard as I can and I feel it everywhere in my shoulders, my arms, my forearms, my wrists. I rather get a good direct contact, mind muscle connection to that muscle I'm working. The next exercise I did, which is my favorite, is overhead rope tricep extensions. And I use the seated cable row. You just hook up in the back, kind of flip it around, and it's not a double pulley like, you know, the double pulleys are on the side where the weight's kind of much lighter. 60 pounds is kind of like 40 pounds. So I hang above my head and I do the seated cable row, and it's like a double single pulley. So the weight feels really heavy, it's very dead. And it's a great feel, it gets my triceps really sore. And you know, when your arm's in the stretch position like this, you're stretching the long head of your tricep, getting more activation, more motor recruitment in that part of the tricep than you would if your triceps are by your sides. And then I did lying dumbbell tricep extension, which I don't normally do. I'll do maybe reverse grip press down, or I'll do a rope press down with my elbows flared out. But today I did the lying on the bench, dumbbell tricep extensions. And then my last set was really heavy, and I did a superset with just a little body weight tricep extensions on the bar just to burn the triceps out all the way. I noticed that my arms are responding better to training failure less on them. So like I'll only really go to failure on the last set of each exercise, and then maybe do a drop set to take it a little past failure. When I was going to failure every set, I wasn't getting stronger clearly because you're fatiguing the muscle more, and the muscle's getting so fatigued that you can't really advance in weight because the muscle's pre-fatigued. It's good, but not all the time. I'm not really against training to failure every set, but all the time is probably not the best thing. And for me, because I wasn't making progress, there needed to be a change. I lose strength. For biceps, I always start with that Cybex machine that's like a preacher, and it has a rotating handle, hammer grip, and I just feel it so much more easy on the arms, on the tendons when I'm able to do this. And I always do that for warm up. I do a lot of sets. I might do 5 right there. And then I did a kind of a preacher curl, spider curl version where the weight's kind of completely horizontal to the floor and pulling up this way with the easy bar. Well, it's not really easy bar, it's one of those cambered bars here that has a funny little grip, but I get a great squeeze. And same thing, I'll travel like 8 to 12 rep range. And I did, I think, about 4 sets, trying to find that perfect weight, not really going failure to probably the last 2 sets. And then I ended with alternate dumbbell curls, which I haven't done in a while because I got into hammer curls for a while and going really heavy, and I started to hurt my tendon in my shoulder, bicep tendon injury. So I've been doing more preacher and my arms hanging over to take the pressure off the tendon from going like this. But today the alternate dumbbell curls felt pretty good. Stayed a little bit lighter than I normally would, just to get a little combination back and work my back up again. All right, so just finished my arm workout. Good day today. So just to recap on today's activities or my normal day, I usually get up, let the dogs out, do some emails, eat breakfast while I'm digesting, do a few more emails, about an hour and a half of work. Then I go to the gym, I train, finish working now. I'll go back and I'll do work again until about 5, 6 at night. And then I blow off a little steam a little bit before I go to bed, usually around 7:30, 8, or at least a little bit of daylight. Shoot a little guns, maybe ride little dirt bikes, usually for half hour. I don't really have much time. And then I go back to work, and then I go to bed and I do it all over again. That's my normal day as of now, why I don't have kids. And maybe those are coming soon. No pun intended, Lexi's not pregnant.